Good morning, Lake Catholic. This is Mrs. Turner here. In a few minutes, you are going to watch a video that highlights different course offerings for next year. You'll see all of our department chairs have put together little clips highlighting these different courses in their department. So we're really excited about that. A couple other things about course registration. It will open up next Tuesday, which I believe is the 22nd. We will send an email out to students and parents later on this week with a little bit more information on how you're going to register for your courses. So stay tuned for that. But today is just kind of get you to start thinking about what you might want to take next year, what you can take, so that you can kind of start thinking about what your schedule would look like. And one very important thing that you'll want to take a look at is our program of studies. This goes through every department and every course that we have here at Lake. So I will get this emailed out to you later today so you can start taking a look. If you have any questions, talk to your teachers, talk to your guidance counselor. They can all help you decide what the best courses are for you to take next year. So before we get to the video clips, just have one other quick announcement. Students, please check your email. You received an email from Mrs. Bretz about the Legacy Scholarship. So please make sure you check that out. All right, we are ready to get into our presentation for you today.
Why should you take a course in fine arts? The fine arts department will inspire you to get your creative juices flowing. Drawing, painting, photography, and pottery are the core classes, but with 17 courses, there is something for everyone. There are 8 foundation courses, 5 advanced, and 3 AP courses. We don't expect you to have a working knowledge of art when you come into our classes for the first time. We teach you from the ground up. Everyone starts out as a little seedling, and with experimentation, practice, and patience, you grow as an artist. Each of the courses looks at elements of art and principles of design, but also works within specific artists and techniques. By taking art, you are being challenged to solve problems. There aren't black and white responses in art. There are individual emotions and personal stories being told through the projects. But why would you listen to me? I asked the art students what they would say to someone considering taking an art class. Here are some of their responses. I would tell them to not be scared to take an art class just because they don't think they are good at art. Everyone can be good at art if they are willing to try and put the effort in. Pick an art class you never thought you would take because in the end, it might be the best thing you did all year. Don't be against something because you might think it's difficult. All art is difficult at a point. You just have to try. I would tell them that art is a fun but challenging class that gets easier the more you do it. They should know that it is all right to mess up because it's not always going to come out and look like you want it to. Let them know that an art class helps with managing stress during the school day and the pace is very manageable. I would tell them that it's okay to not be able to do something on their first try and to keep trying until they succeed. Too many kids say they can't do it when it's only their first time trying. Take it from them. They are the art department. Remember that art is not just a requirement for graduation or something stored in a museum. Art is the building block of everything you see around you. The school you go to, the clothes you wear, the cars you drive. Give it a try.
Good morning, students. It's Miss Paradise from the Language Department, and I'm here to talk to you about signing up for classes for next year. First two things, I just need to remind you that you do need 2 years of the same language in order to graduate from Lake Catholic. And another thing is that if you're interested in the honors diploma, you need 3 credits of one world language, or you need 2 credits each of 2 different world languages. If you currently take Latin, on the screen you can see what the order is for the classes. Again, you would start with Latin 1. If you've taken Latin 1, you can move to Latin 2, and then Latin 3, and Latin 4. And same thing for German 1. If you're currently in German 1, next year you would take German 2. If you're in German 2, if you're interested in German 3, and then eventually German 4. As far as Spanish goes, it's a little bit different because we do have Honors Spanish. If you're currently in Spanish 1 or Honors Spanish 1, your 2 options for next year are Spanish 2 or Honors Spanish 2. Please keep in mind that if you are going to take Honors Spanish 2, you will need straight A's in both semesters of Spanish 1 or a B average or above in both semesters of Honors Spanish 1. If you're currently in Spanish 2 or Honors Spanish 2, your options are either Spanish 3 or Honors Spanish 3. Again, keep in mind that you do need straight A's in both semesters of Spanish 2 or a B average or above in both semesters of Honors Spanish 2. And finally, if you're currently in Spanish 3 or Honors Spanish 3, your options for next year would be to take Spanish 4 or Honors Spanish 4. If you're interested in taking Honors Spanish 4, you need straight A's in both semesters of Spanish 3 or a B average or above in both semesters of Honors Spanish 3. If you have any questions about the difference between the honors and regular Spanish, please talk to your current Spanish teacher, or please feel free to reach out to me. Either come down to H13 and see me, or please feel free to email. Thank you and have a great day.
Hi everybody, I'm Mr. Posey.
And I'm Mr. Slake.
And we're here today to talk to you about the course offerings for the Performing Arts Department. So we'll talk about our ensembles at the end of this brief presentation, but we thought we'd fill you in about some of the other courses that you might encounter in this area first.
Some of the courses I teach for the upperclassmen fulfilling their arts credit their senior year are piano fundamentals and guitar fundamentals. ensembles. These are each one semester courses, and they start you from the very beginning. So if you've never played a musical instrument before, this is the right place for you, and it's a great way to get yourself exposed to the world of music on a fun instrument. An additional class I teach throughout the year is music theory. That's broken up into Introduction to Music Theory and Applied Music Theory. That course is more for our serious music students who are experienced band and choir members, and that tends to be for seniors as well. And that is a more nuts and bolts class about what makes music work, including harmonic analysis and rhythm reading.
Some of the other courses that you might find in the performing arts area are things like Survey of Cinema, which is really for a student who's a senior typically, sometimes a junior, and that is with permission of the department only. So you should have to come and speak to me first before you express an interest in that course and or register for that course as well. There's some pretty in-depth and insightful conversation that takes place, so it's not just a course where you're watching film. The other 2 or 3 classes actually that we have that are theater-based, the first and the one that's designed to be an entry level is play production. So that's getting your feet wet across the board, all different kinds of theater, from performing and directing to design work and even a little bit of the business aspect as well. The next one in that sequence should be naturally dramatic interpretation, which is more of a directing and acting class. And thirdly, one that you can enroll for through Lakeland is CCP Acting. And if you're interested in acting here in any way, shape, or form, that might be a really good one to put on your list to take somewhere along the line. Typically, seniors take that course.
So our ensembles are for anyone with any level of experience who want to be involved in more performance-based classes. The band classes, as you'll see on the catalog as you're selecting your courses, are by how many years you've been involved in the high school band. So if you're interested in joining band, even as an upperclassman, but you haven't done it in high school yet, then please register for Concert Band 1. And then if you've already been in it previously, just add up the number of years you have and go to the next number. And I want to reiterate that it is never too late to join band class. We have members who are in their first year in their upperclassman career, and some who have been doing it every single year that they've been here. And we get everybody all caught up, and we're able to put on our 3 concerts a year without any kind of trouble. So if you have any inkling to join the band, please come talk to me about that. I would love to encourage you, and so you can see how attainable it really is.
Choir is set up in a similar way, although it's not listed 1, 2, 3, 4 at this point. It was designed to be beginning choir, so for someone who has a little bit of experience or no experience singing. And again, we take all comers, all people who have a love of music or who want to learn more about music. If you sang in middle school and you think that would be a good thing for you to continue in high school, that's great. If you had an experience that maybe wasn't your favorite in middle school, and that applies to choir and or band, then come and try something different at a different level. Concert choir is the next offering, and symphonic is above that. So the same thing, band goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Choirs go beginning choir, concert choir, and symphonic choir. Again, no experience needed in singing or playing an instrument to enroll in either of those classes. We know that there are students who, when they get to be seniors, we hear about them finally saying, well, I played this instrument in middle school, or I was in choir in elementary or middle school, and then we find out too late and find out that that might have been something that really, really could have been a good thing for your career here. So those other courses are available. Just a couple other things. Mr. Slick teaches one more that's after school, but is still 4 credit, and that's jazz band.
Yes.
That's by audition. So that's something where you would have to find him and talk to him about that first. But again, really, really a great ensemble to be involved in that meets 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Fridays after school till about 4:30, 4:45. And then the other one, which is an extracurricular through our department, is LC Singers, which is our show choir. No enrollment in that required. That's by audition only, and you won't even see that on the offering list. So that would be something that's kind of in line with jazz band after school, and you would come and talk to me about when those auditions fall. We have other things that are extracurriculars outside of the school day. Marching band, which is tied to band class in a way. Doesn't have to be, but we prefer that it is. And then the other is the drama program, which is the fall play and the spring musical. So a lot of different things to consider. But at the end of the day, we really want you, if you're interested in music at all, to enroll in a performing ensemble. There's no feeling quite like being in front of an audience and kind of taking your final exam right there. It's really, really a cool thing, and a lot of people don't understand how much they might love it until they're actually in the moment and they try it. So be brave, be courageous. So that's it from us. I'm Mr. Posey again, and this is...
I'm Mr. Slay.
And consider courses in the performing arts. Thanks so much.
Hey guys, as you are registering for your classes next year, you can see the flow chart just shows you the progression of classes. So, you've taken English every year. You go from 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. If you want to move up to an honors class or stay in an honors class, obviously you have to have the grades to do that. You can check with your teacher. And then once you have taken English 10, you then have some more options. You could go into CCP, which is listed when you're signing up for your classes. It will be listed under Other. And then you also have the option to go into the AP classes.
When you are signing up for AP, you can either take AP Language, which is 11th grade, or AP Literature, which is 12th grade. A prerequisite for AP Language is 10th grade honors, and then a prerequisite for AP Literature would be Honors English 11 or AP Language. AP Language focuses on college level writing and reading with nonfiction. And then AP Literature has a college level focus with reading and analyzing literature and writing. Both classes have the potential for college credit based on the AP exam score that you take in the spring.
One of our electives is mythology. And if you guys have any questions, please make sure you talk to one of your teachers, one of your English teachers.
Hello,
Hi there. I'm Mr. Sobachek.
I'm Mr. Budon.
I teach the mostly senior theology classes here.
I teach German and Latin.
Yeah, but together we're offering an elective next year on philosophy, which should be fun. We've taught this in the past. We've taught it as a survey course, and we've also taught it as sort of like a critical thinking course. I like to think of it as just kind of playing with your mind, like having fun with brain stuff.
Thought experiments, learning critical thinking skills. Yeah, brain exercise.
This next year, it'll actually be in the English department. So there will be also some writing development stuff, and we'll talk about like how to write well and how to analyze an argument and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
if there's deep questions you want to explore, this will be the class to do it in.
who am I? What am I? What are you?
How do
Who
I
are
shop
you?
web? Mm-hmm.
So check it out. It's called Introduction to Philosophy.
Yes, it is.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Finnegan, and I am the department chair for the mathematics department. I'm here to discuss math classes for next year. The normal flow of classes is Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, or if you're in honors, Honors Algebra 1, Honors Geometry, Honors Algebra 2. After Algebra 2 or Honors Algebra 2, you have decisions to make. What do I take next? Do I take college algebra, which next year is going to be more rigorous than this year? Do I take honors pre-calc? Do I take statistics? Do I take honors statistics? What do you take? Well, if you're thinking about engineering, I would take pre-calculus and then after that do calculus. Or if you're going to do anything where you need calculus in college, that is the route to go. If you're thinking about a medical field like nursing or physical therapy, or one that does not require calculus in college, I would do statistics or honors statistics because you will definitely need to take that in college, and it'll help you if you take it now. If you're in pre-calculus this year and you have a good work ethic and a B+ or better, then I would consider taking calculus. If you're struggling, then I would probably then opt for maybe honors statistics. If you have any questions, come see me and I would be glad to answer whatever questions you have. If you're in an honors course and want to continue in an honors course, you should have a B in your honors course and then continue on to the next honors course that is offered in the sequence. If you're in a regular class and you have an A+, then you might want to consider moving to honors. And again, if you have any questions, come see me. I'm in S15, right across from the restrooms. See you soon.
Have you ever wondered how something works? Ever felt the urge to be creative and have a love of technology? Courses in the Technology and Innovation Department might just be the course you're looking for. There are 2 introductory courses you can take to get a good feel for how technology is designed, developed, and produced. You can take the Technology and Innovation course or the Introduction to Computer Design course as recommended prerequisites to learn about design thinking, introductory engineering concepts, and basic tech creation and exploration. You will look at design programs, minor robotics, planning a computer design, and bringing those ideas to life. If you really love the computer design aspect, have a love of CAD drawing or architecture, then you can take the Exploration in 3D Printing course. After the intro course, Intermediate 3D Design dives deeper into CAD drawing for the purposes of planning, and Professional 3D Printing courses offers a portfolio opportunity to take your CAD prowess to the next level and dig into plotting and designing for everyday life. Ever wanted to produce the news or be on air talent? The Digital Media course will give you practical experience in creating content in a socially responsible way. The course also explores podcasting, vlogging, script writing, and more as we use all of the content as responsible digital citizens. It also is the class that produces the daily news show each morning during homeroom. It's all project-based, and there's a lot of opportunity to explore your creative side while using studio technology. Perhaps robotics is your thing. Curious about the way machines operate? Like to build or curious about programming? Well, the Introduction to Robotics course is for you. We use a variety of robot models to construct, design, study, and program all of those robots. You can do all of that while studying the impact of robots on society, and you'll get to design and build a creation of your own. This year-long course is a great study of technology as a tool to assist humans with daily living. Technology, when used to accent daily living, can be a great tool for learning. If any of these options interest you, the courses can be found in the Technology and Innovation section of the Program of Studies. See Dr. Smith or Mrs. Riddler in the Media Center with any questions. Sign up today.
Hi, Mrs. Ronzi here. I wanted to chat with you for a little bit about our science course offerings so that you can make an informed decision when you are scheduling your classes for next school year. So typically, the course offerings are pretty standard until you get into your senior year where various other options open up for you. But as a freshman, you'll be placed in a physical science class, and that is the level is decided by the science department chair as they look at your placement test, the grades that you achieved in elementary school. Then as a sophomore, you'll be taking a level of biology, which is a life science class. That comes with a 5-day-a-week lecture, and 2 days a week you will have a lab period. As juniors, you will typically be taking chemistry. There is a new offering, though, that we are going to be having for juniors, and that class is environmental science. The placement is going to be decided upon by the science department chair and the guidance counselors. Now, as senior year approaches, the doors for different science offerings get wider and there's more to pick from. And so we have levels of physics. That's usually a very good class to take if you are going to be a science major in college. So this way you get a really great foundation. We also offer human biology, which is kind of a general survey class. If you're interested in how the human body works, that would be a great class for you. And honors anatomy and physiology is typically taken by individuals who plan to go into a health career. So whether that be physical therapy, occupational therapy, nursing, it's just a great intensive class that truly prepares you for what you are going to be taking then in college. So we have a lot of things to pick from. And just know that if you have any questions at all about our courses, what gets taught, how it gets taught, feel free to ask any of us in the science department, and we would definitely be happy to help you make a good decision and pick the right class for you so that you can enjoy your year. Thanks.
Hello, Cougars. Just here to talk to you a little bit about social studies. It's Mr. Dobbins. Let's go through it. To graduate, you need 3 social studies credits. I assume you want to graduate. 9th grade, you'll take a credit in world history. 10th grade, you'll take a credit in U.S. history. And 11th grade, this is the catch. It's a half credit. So you need an elective. Mock trial is a half credit elective. You can take that any time you're here at Lake Catholic, and that is actually an honors grade credit, weighted grade, so that's sort of nice. 11th and 12th grade, these are probably the most popular options: psychology, sociology, and criminology. Also, you can take those classes 11th and 12th grade. Honors diploma. You need 4 credits. See your counselors. There's a lot of different options to get an honors, those 4 credits for an honors diploma. So if you're interested in AP history, you should pay attention here. It has a prerequisite, and you have to successfully complete U.S. history, the honors level, as a 10th grader. And then, of course, you could sign up for AP history in 11th or 12th grade after contacting Mr. Pizza. If you're interested in AP government, you would take that during your 11th grade. Other than that, I would check out your list of courses and your schedule, see where they fit in. Always remember to talk to your counselors. And I'll leave you with that. Bye.
Hello, I'm Mr. Stovacek. I'm the chair of the theology department here at Lake Catholic High School, and I just want to take a brief minute to walk everybody through the theology course offerings here at Lake Catholic. So these are all actually required courses, so you'll end up taking all of these across your Lake Catholic career. We are on the bishop's curriculum, which means that we're offering mostly the same courses and mostly the same structure as most other Catholic schools in the United States. So here we go. The fall class of the sophomore year is called The Mission of Jesus Christ, the Paschal Mystery. This is a look at Jesus' whole life, death, and resurrection and what kind of implications that has in the life of each individual believer. The second semester then is called Jesus Christ's Mission Continues in the Church. So while Jesus' earthly life concluded with his ascension into heaven, his mission continues, and we as members of the church continue that mission ourselves. So what does that look like, and what does it mean? The fall semester of the junior year is a course called The Sacraments as Privileged Encounters with Jesus Christ. So obviously this is a look at the 7 sacraments of Catholic tradition, as well as what it means to encounter Christ through these, and how they are privileged places of that kind of encounter. The spring semester is a course called Life in Jesus Christ, which is shorthanded just as morality. It's a look at Catholic moral teachings, and especially how those are lived out in individual relationships. And what does it mean to be a good person? What does it mean to live a good life? The senior theology, these are the classes that I teach. So the fall semester is called Living as a Disciple of Jesus Christ in Society. Or again, we can shorthand this as Catholic social teaching. So this is a look at the teachings of the church, continuing on the reflection that was started with the spring semester junior course, looking at morality. This is then how do we structure a good society? So what does it mean to live a good life? And then how can we, as a society, help as many people as possible to achieve and live those good lives? The spring semester course for senior theology is called Ecumenical and Interreligious Issues, which shorthanded again is just world religions. So this is basically a survey course looking at the 5 major religions. This is Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, and Buddhism. So the questions here are, what are the sort of great insights of each of these traditions about human life and meaning? Each one of these is pursuing, again, what it means to live a good life. So what kind of overlap can we find between them, and what kind of distinctions and differences are there? And then how do we, the Catholic Church, relate to these other traditions in our world? So that's it. Just a really brief sprint through what our theology offerings are. And we'll look forward to seeing you all in class.
I just want to say thank you one more time to all of our teachers for putting those videos together. And as a reminder to students, check your email later today. I will email you our course catalog, which has all of our course offerings. It lets you know what the course is about, who can take it, if there's any prereqs. And then registration will open up next Tuesday, and it will all be done through your fax account. So stay tuned for more information later this week on how to do that. Teachers, we are about 2 minutes over schedule, so when the tone rings in a couple seconds, students, please get to second period, and we will get adjusted and back on schedule for second period. Thank you.